Cool, cool. Yep. All set.
All set. Here we are.
We are.
Good evening,
Yeah.
Jeff. See you out there.
Yeah, Jeff's there. Another.
And we've got Tom Ballard backstage.
Oh, right on.
So we're all set for this evening.
Ready to go. Ready to rumble.
Ready to rumble. So you've got your Minute Movies swag on?
Got my Minute Movie swag, yeah. T-shirt. Yeah, anyway, I'm speechless.
Here we are.
You know, a break and
well, welcome everyone to Minute Movies for break.
Inspired by breaking all kinds of stuff, breaking records. You know, we're breaking records every time, right? Like the most screenings we've ever had.
Most screenings we've ever had. Every month is a new record.
Yeah. So I even have a film for tonight.
Wow.
That I added to the list.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. So let's break this monotony and get Tom on.
Get Tom on here?
Tom on.
All right, Tom, I'm going to bring you in. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Tom.
So how's it going there?
Good.
How are you?
Where are you these days?
I'm still in Thailand. 2 years and 4 months now.
Wow. That's awesome.
Have you moved there, or are you just temporarily there for the foreseeable future?
Well, I was originally here for 6 months, and then COVID hit, and one thing, and my house flooded in Seattle, and one thing or another, and time passed. And the plan is to come back to Seattle this summer.
Cool. Well, I hope you're enjoying your extended time there.
I'm getting a lot of work done. I'm enjoying that, yeah.
Do you speak Thai?
Hardly any.
Okay. How's that? Is it easy to manage, even though you just speak English?
Yes, most people have enough English, and I spend a lot of time in my room working.
Okay.
So as long as I can figure out what I'm saying, I'm okay.
Well, that's always a good thing.
I think most people are in that boat, right?
Yeah.
Well, we have 2 films from you this time. Your live film from last month, and then this one, Break.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So do you have anything you want to say to introduce?
Should I introduce them both?
Let's go one at a time. So how about let's do live first.
Okay.
And then into Break. And
so this is the movie from last month.
Right.
Yeah. We had some issues getting it ready for the screening last month, so here we are.
Yeah, entirely my fault. Technological incompetence. So, like a lot of my movies,
something we all share, isn't it?
Yeah. Like a lot of my movies, they tend to kind of come together without a lot of forethought. I have over 100 movies on YouTube now, 100 videos on my YouTube channel, but and most of them are 1 minute long or 2 minutes or whatever. So the way this one came about was that I bought a green screen, and I wanted to experiment with using it in different live locations. And there's this stairway in my building, this condo building that I live in. So I set it up at the top of the stairs, as if you're walking up the stairs, you run into it. And I didn't know what I was going to do with it after that, but I asked a friend to walk up the stairs and sort of confront the green screen. And then I added a thing later that I thought sort of made sense. And and you can be the judge of that. Yeah, that's the story. So one of my first green screen experiments.
Cool.
Awesome. Well, let's see how it worked.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
That was fun. She saw herself on the green screen.
Well, she didn't see herself on the green screen. She just saw a green screen. And that was purely improvisation on her part to do the reaction. And so I took the reaction and thought, well, what could I put up there that would cause somebody to have a reaction like that? And that was what I came up with. Was her walking choppy on your end, or is that just my internet?
It was a little choppy.
Was it?
Was that your internet?
Must be my internet.
Well, I don't know. It shouldn't be choppy. I didn't intend for it to be choppy,
Okay.
but that's how it came across to me watching it from here.
So maybe other people can chime in and
Okay.
see David and Jeff. Was that choppy?
Yeah. David said he loved the contradiction of her slow, mosey walk up the staircase with the upbeat carnival music.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Fellini's 8.5 carnival scene.
Huh. So David said not especially choppy, so I have to apologize. It must be my internet streaming. So.
Well, you'll have to let us know if it continues to be choppy, and I can try to step in and take over the streaming.
Are you able to do that?
Yeah, I can try.
Well, like I say, I don't know. Maybe it's on my end. I have supposedly I have really good internet here, but
Mm.
it is coming from a long way away. So
It is. But you look,
Gotta go all the way around the world.
you're streaming fine on StreamYard. But,
oh
yeah,
well, that's true. Yeah.
it must be
Um,
okay. Well, hopefully we don't have more problems.
Well, I'll start downloading the films just in case. Yeah, David said going back to your film, David said her theatrical expressions were beautifully over the top.
Yes, brilliant actress who had
Yeah,
who had no idea what I was asking her to do. And
Yeah.
I didn't ask her to do that. I just said, go up and pretend there's something there. And I thought she was going to continue facing the screen and pretend to be reacting, but instead she turned around and, so.
That's what happens when you capture a live performance.
Well, you were asking if I spoke Thai, and that's how the translation went.
Cool.
Yeah, Jeff said she definitely was having fun on the steps, and for the screenshot, did she know how it'd be used? Yeah, the footage that you used to put on the green screen, did she know what you were doing for that?
No, that was I can't remember if that was before or after even. But it was in a different location and it was not associated. So it was purely a spontaneous piece of either debauchery or creativity, depending on how you want to translate it.
Huh. Well, looks like you had some fun with that.
Well, it's I do a lot of these, and most of the time they're not very well thought out in advance. I just take footage that I already have, and then either inspired by Minute Movies or inspired by my own self, create a theme and go with it.
Yeah.
So it's always fun to create something that has a beginning and a middle and an end out of not exactly found footage, but unintentional footage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that sounds like I'm going to steal that explanation for when it's my turn to describe something.
What do yeah. You've been using temporary insanity too much, have you?
Yeah, maybe a little bit too much.
Well, and yeah, it's incredible to like I always like I always feel like I should be thinking of a plot and theme in advance and then filming around that, and I have done that, but most of the time it's more of adapting the footage to a theme.
Is that your story for Break 2?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Are you ready for that introduction?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was exactly the same thing. Some friends came down from Bangkok who were just coming to, I'm about 2 hours south of Bangkok, and they came down for a couple days, and they work really hard, and they were just taking a break. Let's go to a bar, let's go play pool, let's go, go to the beach, and I just shot some footage just for the fun of it. And then when the theme break came, well, it was obvious that they were on a break, and the footage would fit in with this month's theme.
Cool.
Awesome.
Let it roll.
On a couple of different levels, which I won't divulge, and you can watch it and see where break comes in.
Okay.
Here we go.
So there again, can you hear me?
Yeah.
There again, to me, that was very choppy, and it there were two shots that it would particularly made a difference in. One was the opening shot where the pool cue gets hit, and in the original you can hear the ball hit, and you can hear the balls flying away. That's the original break. And then at the very end, when the balls come back together again, there's a noise associated with that also that is supposed to coordinate with all those balls swishing back together onto the pool table. So I guess that to me that got lost. Did you see it differently?
Yeah. I mean, I could tell that the balls were breaking at the beginning, but it definitely was choppy. Let me try and play that same one and see if it works.
Well, it was, I mean, when I played it, when I'm watching it, it's as Tom describes. So clearly,
because you're not streaming it.
Yeah, but clearly, so my upload, my streaming, my internet is, I think, where the problem is. Yeah, and I'm streaming from my computer.
Okay.
And
let me try.
It's worked here before, but so something's changed. Okay.
Okay, let me try it on my computer, and if this works, I'm gonna have to go get my mouse because this is hard on a trackpad.
Maybe it's my housemate is watching an Amazon movie or something.
Well, I don't want to take up your time. I just
No, we want to show your film in the way that
Yeah, I'll try sharing it on mine, and we can watch it one more time and see if we can get that break.
Is it worth another minute?
Let's try it. I think we've all got 1 minute. All right, here we go.
Is that better?
All right.
That
Yeah,
was
David said that was better.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was better. It was still choppy, but at least there was fairly close association between the sounds and the action.
Cool.
So we'll have
Cool.
to see what others thought.
Yeah. Well, David said he loves the colors and the vibe. It very much looked like a break, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Everyone's on a break, enjoying themselves.
Was that
The
all
beach
one?
looked wonderful.
Was that just one day?
Yeah, it was one afternoon and evening. Could you tell what they were doing on the beach in the sand?
They like sand crabs or something?
Yeah, they're clams, but they're tiny little clams.
Okay.
And they gather them up by the bagful and steam them and cook them. And there was one shot of her holding a handful of them, but I was a little worried about this, and I think it didn't show up well enough. I didn't dwell on that handful of clams long enough. But I thought of it as, of course, the pool break, when you break the balls, and then night and the evening break, and then there was a break from the wild break with the slowness of the time on the beach, and then of course the sleeping is a break from the break, and and then the very end is everything getting unbroken, I guess. The ball's coming back. The ball's coming back together, and there being that. It worked out quite well, because when I reversed the video, it actually made that sound of the noise coming back, like it's coming back through a tube. So I didn't have to add that. I did all of this, both of those on Cyberlink's mobile app. I have both their one for my computer, but I also have their app for the phone, and it's got amazing flexibility. It really does a lot.
Cool. So is that a free application?
It is free, but if you pay, you get more if you pay a nominal sum, like $9 or something.
Okay. Cool.
Yet it's got, you know, you can reverse, you can crop, you can change the color, you can change the sound. They have a bunch of free sounds you can download, titles. There's amazing, a green screen, you know, all of that is available on the camera app.
Okay. Cool. I'll have to look at that. Well, good to see you again, Tom.
Thank you. Nice to see you, and look forward to seeing you all in real time.
Sometime this summer.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great to see you.
Thanks for
we
making
can
the extra effort.
Set up for the rest of the screening.
Sorry about that. I get all
Thanks for the extra effort.
Okay. Yeah, of course. Thanks for sending in your films. All right. Good to see you, Tom.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See, I got a chance
here.
All righty. So we've got, oh my gosh, I have hair. David, you are up next. I'm going to add you in if you're ready.
Hey, you guys.
Hi, David.
You can
Hello.
see me and hear me okay? Great to see you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good to see you too.
Wow. Here we are again.
Yeah.
Here we are again.
I had no idea that you were breaking records. Every month you're continuing to break records over and over.
Every moment, you know.
That was news. What was the record before and what is it now? What is it that we're breaking?
How many screenings have we?
Oh, screenings like
how many? The number of screenings.
Yeah, the number of screenings that Mini Movies has hosted.
Period. From the very beginning.
Yeah.
How long has it been going? It's
since 2014.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So 7 years, 7-ish years.
Actually, exactly. I started the group in February of 2014, and our first screening was March 2014.
I'm so glad we're talking about it. Happy anniversary.
Yeah. Thank you.
Did you think when you started it was going to be running for years like this?
I did not. No. No, I don't know how long I thought it would go, but I didn't think it would be the song. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still be here.
We're still, you know, still a modest group. You know, we've got just a handful of films screening every month.
Yeah,
that's
well,
nice.
yeah, I think especially online.
Yeah.
You know, when we were in person, I did it, I don't remember how many times in a row in person, but up until February of 2020, and then March. I don't know, did you immediately go to online?
Yeah. Well,
no, we didn't. For a couple of months we did. I think I had a playlist. So people were still making films, but I just sent out a link to a playlist, and we didn't do the screening live like this. And then it wasn't till, I forget when we first did this screening. I think it was maybe May or June.
Mhm.
Because the first couple months, like March and April, we still thought, oh, we'll be back in person again soon.
Yeah, those were quite
And then,
chaotic
yeah.
times.
And
Yeah.
then by the time it was May, we were like, whoa, I guess we better figure something else out because who knows how long we'll be here.
Right.
So then that's when we started doing these live streams.
So you've done them online 20 times, something like that? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's amazing. Hats off to you.
Thanks.
Keeping us going, thriving.
It'll be nice to go live again, like in person again. And then I guess we'll
Yeah.
probably
I'm
do the
sorry.
hybrid at that point. Try to figure it out to where we could stream it and be in person.
Yeah. I'll be one of those in person, definitely. I miss the
Yeah.
connection and the
Yeah.
chemistry and yeah, that space. Do you think you'll be back at SFI or do you know or?
I don't know yet. We'll have to check with the folks over at SFI what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I look forward to
Yeah.
seeing you all in person again. My
Yeah.
goodness, it's been a long, slow slog.
It has been.
Yep. Yep. So,
And Stuart, you're showing a film tonight?
yep. I am.
Are you one of the 4 that was listed when you sent your email out? Or is
No,
it
he was
I
not.
think I'm the 5th.
Oh,
was
you're a
not in
special
that
added
email.
feature. Okay.
Yeah, special feature. Yeah.
That's great. Look forward to seeing some of your work. We saw some of Sarah's last time, and we'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, David, you froze for a little bit. I think you froze.
Yeah. Am I back?
You're back now. Yes.
A little out of sync, but you're back.
Yeah.
Well, do you have anything
You know,
to
speaking
say about your film?
of only at least beforehand, only that the choppiness concerns me because this piece, like the last couple, they are they're not smoothly flowing images. There's already built in this slight I don't want to say choppiness because that sounds so negative. I wish there was a positive for that. This sort of shuffling of cards, you know, like flip books. You know, there's a bit of that quality, you know, an animated quality. So I'm a little concerned how it's going to fly tonight, but we'll see. That's
see.
it.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Well, you know, I always kind of think back, not to, it's just, it's the technology still amazes me that, like, you know, imagine, you know, 20 years ago what we were imagining happening at this point. But yeah, hopefully it'll be, are you plugged in like hardline, Sarah, to the internet, or is it
No.
Wi-Fi?
I'm on my laptop and I do not have an Ethernet port.
Oh, okay.
But I'm sitting right next to my router. I can't get any closer than this, so
We'll hope for the best.
hope for the best.
Cool. Hope for the best.
All right, here we go.
Oh my God, I don't know what to think anymore. I mean, it's like, oh, je ne crois que rien, je ne sais pas. I mean, well, it's just like, oh my God, he could actually come out with a knife. No,
when we were walking around the lake.
That's crazy. That's crazy talking.
You know, I like to hold.
I don't know. I mean,
I'd like to hold
I don't know what to
hands.
do.
I'd like to hold-
Most girls
maybe I
like
should
to
run
hold
away.
hands, right?
Maybe I
Most
should just
ladies
run out that front
enjoy
door
that.
and just
Enjoy
grab
the
the dog and just
contact
make for
and
the car and
just kind of feeling like
together.
what if he's at the car?
We were going around the
I
lake
mean, and
would I even make it
and
away?
we're holding
And-
hands.
oh my gosh.
And I don't know. It's
It just
just
seems
so
like
crazy. How could you
was
guys put these
finding
crazy ideas in my
ways
head?
to drop
It's
my
too much.
hand.
It's too much. No, he would
Does that
never.
make sense?
He couldn't possibly.
You
do
know,
all of
and
the things.
looking for things in his
He
pockets,
was
but
so
then
nice.
never really kind
He was
of
like the perfect
getting
guy.
back to me. And so I was always feeling like I was the one grabbing
I
his hand.
was like,
And then
oh
he
my
was
God.
always looking for his wallet, his car keys, his sunglasses.
No, it's
something.
not. It's not even possible.
Means anything?
You guys are
Well, it didn't make
funny.
me feel very good. Yeah. I bet you can relate,
That's
right?
Just
Yeah.
lots of humor in
It
life.
didn't
It
make
helps
me feel
get you
very
through.
good. And I kept thinking, why don't you want to hold
I'm
my
never gonna sleep
hand?
tonight.
I mean, it's a simple
Never have coffee this late in the
It's that
evening, ladies.
closeness,
Never.
that togetherness, that
It's a
you
good thing
and
he's not
me
calling
and
me
the
anymore.
world,
Oh my gosh.
just enjoying
I couldn't take it anymore.
and
This guy has got to be a kook.
there we were, most of the way around
He's
the
probably
lake,
married.
walking side
That
by
would be
side,
awesome.
but
Maybe he's killed
most
before.
of the time, that was different.
I wonder how he
That
did
was
it. You know?
different than he used to be.
I'm just so much
He
better
used to
off on my
always hold
own.
my hand.
I am just so
He
much
was
better
hold
alone.
my hand, have his arm around my waist or
He's
around my
not lucky.
shoulders, or
He's barking
doing
every once in
goofy
a while,
things,
you know?
Hey, what
He
I
could
mean,
keep this guy away. I mean,
me on the butt.
who needs him? The guy, not the dog.
I didn't even get a hand.
Pretty good. Wasn't too choppy, at least on my end.
Yeah, it looked good.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
So
a lot going on.
she seems pretty emotional about this guy. So was that
Can you still hear me? You guys? Oh,
Yeah. You froze for a
You-
second, but you're
yeah, you
back
froze
now.
for a second. But so was it? Was that? Well, tell us about it. I mean, was it realistic? Was it improv? Was it? Was it scripted?
mhm. Yeah, so it was not scripted, but I had a lot of shots that I wanted. So, my initial thought with the theme of break was a breakup. I wanted just to work with one actor, and I wanted the breakup to be unclear to that person. So in this case, it was a woman. Like, did we in fact break up? Did the guy break up with me? And so I had a bunch of prompts, not verbal prompts, but so no, I didn't give her any words particularly, but I said, okay, the last time you were with him in person, he was acting strange. So riff on that. And then the last time you spoke with him on the phone, he was acting strange. Riff on that. When things were good between the two of you, riff on that. Oh no, he's the sort of guy that, and you haven't heard from him in a while, he's the sort of guy that might stalk you, and then riff on that. And so I had a sort of a laundry list of things like that. And I knew that I wanted to use a floating camera, and that whether in fact they broke up or not would be unclear to her, and it would be ultimately unclear to the audience, but there would be all these suggestions. So I should tell you that the resultant film is about 11 and a half minutes. And it plays not only, there's more of a story when you see the whole thing, and it's in 9 mini chapters with title cards. And so the film itself is broken up, the storyline is broken up or fractured. And also with all the overlap, there's this suggestion that she's unstable. So is she having a psychotic break as well? So there's the psychology of it, the literal, did they break up? And then the breaking of the film. So, I guess that's what I can think of offhand. So yeah, it wasn't scripted, but it was very, you know, she's not a professional actress. Um, and just getting her to feel comfortable to talk off the cuff. And she was at a dining room table, and I said, "Okay, you're going to be at the head of the table, and you're having coffee with some of your female friends, and they're here, here, and here." And I showed her how I was going to be moving around her with the camera, so that she would be expecting that and not off put by how close I got sometimes, etc. Um, and it turned out great. Some point I want to show. I have shown the long version, the full version, to an artist group that I lead, and got really good reaction to it. There's much more story there, and so it's much more intriguing.
Okay.
And is she in danger? She again is concerned that he might be hiding behind a tree in the backyard, and you know, you hear some of that suggestion in this clip.
Yeah. Yeah. I
There's
definitely got the psychotic break. That's what I was rolling with it. And yeah, that it makes sense now that she's the guys she's breaking up with or not breaking up with, and she's not clear, and she seems distressed and distraught about it. And uncertain for her safety, it sounds like, you know.
Mhm.
Um, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Tom compared this one to your live film. So was it the same woman in both?
The live film. Yes,
Right?
it was.
Live?
It was. Yeah, Live. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was the same woman. Yeah, she was willing to do.
I don't know if it was the same character, but the same, the same woman brought the,
Yes, and
came to Tom's mind.
with that on her face, and she was wearing a mask. Oh, freeze. Hello. In the one for Live, I never showed her face, and she was wearing a mask the whole time. And it was just sort of a test to see if she would be willing to do something that involved dialogue, where she would show her face, and and so just kind of building trust with the director.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, she got there too, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
She
convincing.
seemed very natural in front of the camera.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and she starts riffing on his older girlfriends, and I mean, I didn't really talk about that in Baltimore and conferences and being away, and going for walks around Green Lake and his dog, and she just went all kinds of places, which is great, which is what you want from an improvisatory artist, so that you can pan for gold. In this sequence, I did say to her, okay, she's kind of not literally cracking up, but she's having trouble with her emotions. Is she happy? Is she relieved? Is she really angry with him? But I said, I want you to be messy. I want you to be all over the place. She was like, oh, that's tough. And I said, well, just laugh. Just start laughing. And she knows French, so I said, start speaking in French and English, and and that got her rolling.
Yeah, that's when it sounded like she was having a mental break to me. But so Tom has a couple questions here. I don't know if you can see them, but I'll read them. What you're explaining is how it came through to me as well: the fracturing storyline, the uncertainty, etc. And then he's thinking it might be interesting to hear the man's point of view and his reaction to her. And here's a question: why do it in animation form?
That's a really good question. First, the man's point of view thing. I think that's another film. That'd be a great. We'll see what the theme is. point of view, POV, then I'll be like, okay, I'll do the guy's side. And then why animate? You know, what's interesting is that, you know, the last two that I've done with you guys have both been black and white. They've both
Yeah.
involved a lot of green screen and overlap. They've been sort of similar visually, but maybe different with the emotional effect has been different. So it was never going to be animated. I was never going to use animation filters. It was going to be live action and fractured and da 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 da. And I was cutting it together like that. And while this woman she gave me so much great material, and she's not a professional actress, but live it didn't work. Live it seemed more not contrived, but it seemed less natural. So when I started to play around with comic strip and ink and different animations, it became more natural. Actually, it became more believable.
Huh.
It became more real. Isn't that strange? But I
It
think
is.
the performance was a little bit too self-conscious. But once it became animation, the self-consciousness went away, and it just became about the language and the images.
Mm.
So that's why I went that route.
And I really, I mean, I loved watching it, you know, and I loved how the black and white, because I feel like if it was color on color images, it might have, I don't know, it might not have been as clean, if you will. But
Yeah.
like how like near the beginning, like there's these teacups and saucers like floating around her head, you know, it was just kind of gave it that kind of crazy, like surreal vibe.
Yeah.
It seemed very surreal, you know.
Yeah, and I liked that as well. But I was never going to overlap the images either. It was just going to be and odd angles and jump. Uh-oh, I'm frozen again. Hello? You see me again?
You're back.
Yeah.
It was going to be a lot of jump cuts. It was going to be in color. It was just going to be a lot of short pieces of film and jump cuts. There wasn't going to be any of the overlapping. But the jump cut version just really wasn't working. It was awkward. So I went with this, and it worked. I thought it worked.
I mean, I think it does kind of make it seem like either is this two sides of the same person that's talking, or is it one person who's talking for so long that the editing style, you know, overlaps to give it the impression of that she's just talking forever. And I think that kind of break between her, what she's talking about, her confusion over the breakup, and is signified by that overlapping. These ideas and emotions are all on top of each other for her.
Yeah, I just think it worked better. It's just one of those happy accidents.
Yeah.
Cool. I was going to have her as a guest this evening. Unfortunately, she couldn't be here. I just found out late this afternoon. I wrote to you, Sarah. You probably saw.
Wow.
Yeah. Is she doing okay?
She is. Yeah, she was in a minor fender bender, and not her fault. Person's, and just a little bit worn out from the experience.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
up to it.
Yeah. Well, hopefully she can join us again if she stars in another one of your films.
Another one, yeah, that'd be great. Hopefully I can convince her. Well, thank you again, you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. Looking forward to the next one.
Yeah. Let's see what it is.
See you later. All right, Peter, you are up next. And then after Peter is Jeff. So I'm going to add you in. Hello.
Peter, hey.
Oh,
can we hear
can
you?
Hear you.
Don't have audio.
Does that work?
Yep.
Yeah.
That works now. Sounds
That's
great.
weird.
um,
I
you
need
have
to
the
bring
Jerry
in
Garcia.
come here. I need to bring in the store.
Ah, so you have the Jerry Garcia look going on, Peter.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
When we went to Burning Man, we used to say that we weren't at Burning Man until somebody came up to me and said, "Hey, you look like Jerry Garcia."
I bought a piece of artwork last fall. Let me show you. It's right here.
Uh-oh. Okay.
And Alexa, it was kind of a Burning Man-ish festival too, actually. But,
You want me to
in
go
New
put on my
Mex-
tie-dye shirt?
I was in New Mexico.
Well, it's been a while since I've been in here.
Yeah.
When this topic came up, well, you'll see in the film, but it's something that I say to my cat a lot, and it was interesting to me that they're one of the side, I don't know, problems, traumas of the whole plague and the isolation and everything is I heard that cats at home were annoyed because their people were there all the time and they weren't getting any breaks from normally going off to work and disappearing and stuff, which has actually never been really the problem here because I'm sort of here all the time anyway. But well, you'll see in the film, but it was kind of a need for me to get away from the cat.
You're the one who needed the break?
Pardon?
You're the one who needed the break?
Yes. And it turns out there's a lot of layers that when I started editing this, the whole aspect of break occurred to me in a number of ways. The sort of the punchline was my initial lead into doing it, but it seemed like when I started thinking about it, it was like the cat was insisting that I take a break from what I was doing and go deal with his stuff. And I don't know, there are a couple other things, but if you want to see run the film and then we can talk about that afterwards.
Sure.
Yeah. Here we go.
What do you want, Sylvain? Do you need to go outside again? Give me a break. So yeah.
Nice.
I liked it.
Looks like an average day. And a
Well,
cat
it was sort of
human interaction.
again, there's sort of multiple layers. It was sort of like I was thinking about Groundhog's Day because we watched that and how
Oh yeah.
things occur over and over again. And the two layers that I ran there were actually two different walks that we did. And it was kind of interesting how they really sort of mirrored each other. He kind of does the same thing each time we go out. And I don't know. It was what was I going to say? I think there were a couple other ones that I shot. I actually shot over an hour of film for that, and cut it down to a minute. And I wanted to get him talking, and the problem was whenever I looked at him, he wasn't usually meowing like that, and he usually comes up behind me and does that really annoying yowl.
He's got a great voice.
And it isn't until I look away. So that was when I wound up putting the camera on the floor and on the counter and stuff and just letting it run.
Okay.
And there he is again.
Yeah. David said, nice cat's eye view to start. Great punchline too.
Yeah. That's funny.
Well, the other thing I think about is he had a brother that was sort of a twin, and almost 2 years ago, I guess, we lost him to coyotes out here. And I kind of like to think that each time we go out there, he's kind of looking for him, trying to find him somewhere. And it's why he insists on. We have a fenced-in backyard that we try and keep him in, but he's figured a way of getting out of that. And he kind of sees the front yard out the front door as, I think it was his domain for a long time, and to be kept away from that is really annoying. And I don't like to let him out there
because of the coyotes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so whenever he asks to go out, I usually take him out, because if I don't, he'll find a way and sneak out anyway. And usually with going out with him, then he comes back with me. And
Yeah.
so I'm sort of assured of him kind of being in the house.
Yeah. That's how you got to do it in coyote country.
Yeah, well, it's gotten a lot worse here. I mean, since like the early aughts, the coyotes have been building and building. When I first got out here in the 80s, I mean, we had 15 wild cats around the house.
Wow.
That mostly dealt with life on their own. They were feral and really wouldn't come up to you. And we sort of tamed a few of them, and a few came in the house. But there was never an issue of coyote predatoring the cats. And now, and you actually used to see them as you drove around the island. There were wild cats sitting by the road, and you don't see any of that anymore. I mean, the coyotes have kind of laid waste to all the lower level animal inhabitants out here.
Mm.
So, and they've increased. I don't know, what's it like on Bainbridge now?
Well, I'm living in West Seattle now, but Bainbridge had been, I don't know if it was growing, but it seems like there was more.
What's it like in West Seattle? Are there coyotes there?
Not that I've seen.
There's coyotes here. I've seen
don't think
coyotes in
so.
North Seattle.
North Seattle.
Yeah, there's a couple that live in Carkeek Park, and I've seen a coyote just wandering the neighborhood.
Imagine there might be around here, but I don't know.
Yeah. It's always sad to see, like, lost cat signs up on telephone poles, and then invariably someone will come by and put a sign that says coyotes in the area next to the lost cat sign. So
yeah, there's a couple internet groups on the island that watch animal stuff and let people know when coyotes are around or when the orcas are passing by or whatever. And so.
Well,
Anyway.
it's good that you're taking care of your cat, and your cat's taking care of you.
Trying to. I mean, I'll wake up at 6 and he'll be outside on the front porch yelling to get in. And it's sort of like, what are you doing out there? Trying to keep my lead actor alive here.
Yeah.
To protect
chances are he gets you actually outside more than you would have otherwise.
Now, I've actually started walking more. I've finally decided that becoming a sloth is not the thing, especially as the days go by, and moving more is a really good thing. So I've actually did a 4-mile walk today.
Oh, good.
So
Jeff says that the coyotes probably have a lot to do with development, and that cats are easier prey than rabbits.
yeah.
Nope.
The
We've got
coyotes.
a lot of rabbits
actually,
in this neighborhood too.
all the predators have to swim to get here. I mean, it's crazy. The coyotes swim. Actually, the deer swim. The bears swim over here occasionally, and we've had cougars lately coming from the Kitsap.
Wow.
And they all swim across the west side, where it's a 1/4 mile or less. But yeah, we had a cougar out here for about 1.5 years, and was predating on larger livestock. The cats really were kind of a waste of their time. They were going for more like goats and llamas and stuff.
Wow. Crazy. Huh. Used to be a bobcat on Bainbridge.
Cats eating.
Anyway.
Well, thank you, Peter, for sharing your cat with us.
Yeah.
I will try and get in a little more regularly. We'll see.
And thanks for showing up again. I mean, I think you were at the first screening, weren't you?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was consistent for probably the first year and a half, 2 years. I
Yeah.
think I did almost every one of them, and then
Yeah.
got distracted. I've actually been doing a lot of photography lately, just because there's less involved.
Yeah.
But when I went in to do this, I found that because I hadn't been editing much lately, all my Adobe stuff had updated, and they've got all these different layers in there that I hadn't dealt with before. Like titling and stuff is on a totally different frame.
Yeah, that's
It's
completely
weird.
different now.
So I need to do more of this.
Cool. Well, good to see you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, Jeff, I'm gonna bring you in.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
How's it going?
You know, it's been a busy month, a lot of things going on, but I'm glad I was able to put something together for this month. It was a nice
Cool.
Distraction from all sorts of things. So glad to have had the chance. Take a break.
Got it.
Take a break. Yeah.
So that's how I took the theme, rather than breaking something or breaking to stop a car or train or something. I went with break.
Break, just taking a break.
Taking a break after a
Taking a
busy
break.
day.
Awesome. Shall we watch it?
Yep, please.
Cool.
Respite has concluded.
That's going to drive me crazy.
What was that?
I made a typo in the credits. That's going to drive me crazy.
Oh, no.
We'll fix that for later. But yeah, that was my break.
It was your break.
My break for last month.
A little bit of a stressful break.
Oh, yes, it was. Yes, it was.
So David says he likes the almost complete lack of dialogue, more suggestive and poetic that way.
Yeah, and even that used to have 2 lines, so now it only has 1. But yeah, it just seemed like, yeah, didn't need it. So, which is good because I'm not very good at writing dialogue, so I like when I don't have to do very much.
Yeah.
Keep it minimal.
Minimal. Just have them stir in the pot.
Yep.
So,
yeah, that was.
Yeah, interesting provocations.
Yeah.
That, and sowing the seeds, and then they end up growing in the bullshit. Garden.
Yeah. I'm glad that I was rather actually pleased that I figured that little subtlety out with the bull thing behind it, sort of. Yeah. So. I wasn't worried about being subtle.
Yeah. I like the little ladybug at the end too. That was cute.
Yeah, yeah. That's just I love ladybugs. Gardener's best friend. So
Yeah,
it's just
it's true.
I'm getting to and part of it is developing the character of Old Scratch. And part of it was that he appreciates the creation. He's not out to. It's not. He appreciates it. So I just thought that was a little bit more just fleshing out the character.
So Tom was curious about how you got him to turn his glass without him spilling his drink.
Because that's a lot more animation to get it to slosh inside than I had time for. But I mean, and that's one of the things I wanted to do. I'm glad he brought it up because we're retiring soon, so I'm going to have time to actually work on the fluid moving in gravity with the glass, but that's a lot of time to figure that out. So I'm looking forward to having the time to figure those little subtleties out, because that always bugs me too when he moves his hand and it doesn't slosh. But a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
It looks really, oh yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So David has a couple comments here. Great combination of hand drawings and illustrations or photos.
Yeah. A lot of there's the original characters that my late brother drew, and a lot of it else is from Pixabay. Like the forest and the pot, because I could not. You look at the lines that the person put together, goes, that's not that many lines, but I can't figure out how to make those 4 or 5 lines make a pot that looks like something should be cooking in it. So I mean, yeah, I Pixabay is a great source for no copyright graphics. And,
cool.
Yeah.
So that's my. Thank you. I see the comments coming up in a moment too, but yeah, we're looking forward to retiring. So hopefully after that, my movies I'll have sloshing wine in the back. I got a new goal for retirement. But no, it was fun to do, and I'm glad you liked it. And the music at the beginning, that's also a free download off of YouTube. The other music a friend of mine did. But I really wanted something loud and obnoxious to go with that front clip for that contrast. So I think that I am happy with my choice of music on those 2 pieces. So thank you.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
It was, yeah, was it like, yeah, a little bit intriguing, like makes you think a little bit.
Yep.
Without being overly overt about.
Yeah, I think so. I agree. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. It was good to see you, Jeff.
Good to see you too. Good night. See you. Watch the rest of the show.
All right.
One more.
And one more.
You haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
I have no idea what it is.
I have an idea of what it might be.
You're in it.
Do you want to introduce it? Anything to say for yourself?
Yeah, let's see. What did Tom say about his film? Just kind of was impromptu. It was found footage, basically. Took some things and put it together, and yeah, we were on a break and didn't break anything.
Didn't break anything.
Didn't break anything.
All right.
Which I guess that's the title, and it kind of gives away the potential for suspense, because nothing broke. But okay.
Well, shall we watch it?
Yeah, be good.
It was like right there, and I fell and I knocked myself out. Like it was actually like just not as steep as the area up here.
Oh,
And
okay.
I fell and just whacked the back of my head and knocked myself out. I didn't break anything. No. But yeah,
Okay.
I bruised my brain pretty bad.
Can you keep up?
We'll see.
Taking a break, going up to the mountain.
Taking a break.
Yeah.
Didn't break anything though.
No. Yeah. So yeah, I'm experimenting with mic on skiers. No, that was just it was just my phone. You know, I just use an iPhone 13 and yeah, and I did the editing on the phone too with iMovie, and
Wow.
it's like the titles always seem like the hardest part. You know, I don't know why, but trying to figure out how to do like multiple lines of text in one, it's I don't know, it's not as flexible obviously as other editing packages, but and then you know, I considered putting music on it, but I just kind of thought the live sound of skiing was a good effect. So Broken Head, yeah. Angela, the gal, that's Sarah's sister, my daughter, was. I asked her about like she did get she's got 2 concussions skiing, and one of them was like skiing through the trees on the side of a run like she was doing. And I said, that's how you got a concussion. And 2 times, and then she was describing the second time, I guess she wasn't in the trees. She was just like skiing on a flat, like skiing beginner runs on the flat surfaces. When if you fall, it actually hurts a lot more than when you fall on a steeper run, just because you hit the ground and it just stops you. But um, yeah, so let's see. David says, I'm not a skier, so some of this seems intense. Is the grade easy, medium, or hard? Mostly medium, and some of it was easy. But where we were filming, the different part of the day we were skiing harder stuff, but I didn't film it. I don't know why.
It's hard. It's harder to film. I guess you could one person
I
film
tr-
standing still.
Yeah.
It's harder to follow cam on the hard stuff.
Yeah, I did a little bit actually. I didn't really look at much of that, but it gets you kind of more seasick because it's harder to hold the camera still, and I should get a steady cam, like borrow one from my friend who has got one. Yeah, take it skiing. That'd be cool. And then ski on some of the more challenging runs. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of give a feel for what it was like to be on the mountain and just spend a little time going up and down the chairlifts. And yeah.
Yeah.
Steady cam.
It was a fun day for sure. Fun couple of days.
Yeah, that was right. That was filmed 2 different days actually. The new Warren Miller. I don't think so. No.
Yeah, you got to record some snarky comments to lay over that.
Oh yeah, right. Dad jokes. So when was that? It was just Friday, last Friday, and then
Yeah, and
2
then
weeks
the
ago.
Friday before.
Or was it that or yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 days the last 2 weeks. Yeah. Yeah, it was nice up there. It was like when it was dreary down here in Seattle with cloud cover, up the mountains, it was sunny. So it was cool. It was nice to get up there.
Yeah, it's nice to drive up to the mountains and then you get above the clouds.
Yeah.
Tom recommends a home phone Steadicam less than $100.
To look into that. My hand not steady enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, shall we watch the films again?
Yeah, and then we
and
can
find out the
Brazil.
The
So we get
theme
people.
for.
We're getting people in from around the world here. Somebody from Brazil.
From Brazil.
And yeah, I think earlier, just a few minutes ago, there was somebody looked like TZPVMSLY. Different country, different language, but yeah. Yeah, people tuning in from everywhere, including Thailand.
Yep.
Cool.
Well, let's watch them all again. And then are you ready for the theme reveal?
I am. I added a word. Have we used the word space?
We've not.
Okay.
It's a good word.
I added that word.
Cool. See if it comes up.
my God, I don't know what to think anymore. I mean, it's like, oh, je ne crois que rien, rien. Je ne sais pas, je ne sais pas. I mean, it's just like, oh my God, he could actually come out with a knife. No,
When we were walking around the lake,
that's
the other
crazy.
day,
That's crazy talking.
you know, I like to hold.
I don't know. I mean,
You guys like to hold hands.
I don't know what to
That's
do.
what I like to hold.
Most girls
maybe I
like
should
to
go
hold
away.
hands, right?
Maybe I
Most
should just
ladies
run out that front
enjoy
door
that.
and just enjoy
grab
the
the dog and just
contact
make for the car and
just kind of feeling like together.
what if he's at the car?
We were going around the
I mean,
lake and
would I even make it
we were
away?
holding
Oh
hands,
my gosh.
and
I don't know. It's
it
just
just seems
so
like
crazy. How could you
even
guys put these
finding
crazy ideas in my head?
to drop
It's
my
too much.
hand.
It's too much. No, he
Does
would
that
never.
make sense?
He couldn't possibly.
You know,
do all
and
these things.
you know, looking for things in his pockets,
He was
but
so
then never
nice.
really kind
He was
of
like the perfect
getting
guy.
back to me. And so I was always feeling like I was the one grabbing his hand.
It's like,
And then
oh
he
my
was
God.
always looking for his wallet, his car keys, his sunglasses.
No, it's
something.
not. It's not even possible.
Means anything?
You guys are
Well, it didn't make
funny.
me feel very good. Yeah. I bet you can relate,
That's
right?
Just
Yeah.
lots of humor in life.
makes
It
me
helps
feel
get you
very
through.
good. And I kept thinking, you know, why don't you want to hold my
Never to sleep
hand?
tonight.
I mean, it's a simple
Never have coffee this late in the
It's that
evening, ladies.
closeness,
Never.
that togetherness, that, you know,
It's a good thing he's not calling me
and the
anymore.
world,
Oh my gosh.
just enjoying
I couldn't take it anymore. This guy has got to be a kook.
There we were, you know, most of the way around
He's
the
probably
lake.
married. That would be awesome.
But
Maybe he's killed before.
that was different.
I wonder how he
That
did
was
it. You know?
different than he used to be.
You know, I'm just so much
He
better
used to
off on my
always hold
own.
my hand. In
I am
fact,
just so
he
much
would
better
hold
alone.
my hand, have his arm around my waist or
He's
around my
so lucky.
shoulders, or
He's barking
doing
every once in
goofy
a while,
things,
you know?
You know,
Hey, you know,
what
he
I
could
mean,
keep
you
this
know,
guy away. I mean,
me on the butt.
who needs him? The guy, not the dog.
I didn't even get a hand.
What do you want, Sylvain? Do you need to go outside again? Give me a break.
Respite has concluded.
I knocked myself out. Like, it was actually like this lot, not as steep as the area up here.
Oh,
And
okay.
I fell and just whacked the back of my head and knocked myself out. I didn't break anything. No. But, yeah.
Okay.
I bruised my brain pretty bad.
Can you keep up?
We'll see.
Yay.
Yay.
It is fun to have a little film of your break, you know, your vacation. Like it kind of brings you back around. Put you in the mode. So I see Tom joined us. Tom Wells.
Yeah. Sounds like he was watching on his TV and had to get the laptop to make some comments. Had the dog anchor.
The dog's name is Crazy. There's like a lot of this theme going, like David's film was about crazy. I was realizing there was a tie-in between between Peter's film and my film, or the Go Cougars coat and his cat. Anyway. Can you see that? Can you find the tie-in similarities between all the films in this set of videos? Yeah.
Well, in your film and Tom's film were very different breaks. One was a sunshiny beach and the other was a snowy mountain.
Yeah. But we both kind of just weren't really planning to make a film. We just kind of had shot footage and then
while on a break.
And then put it together. But yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, shall we see what the theme is for next month?
Next word. Yeah. So I added a couple words because muse. Thought that was a good word.
Yeah.
So my free ballad. Yeah. Tom. Free. Okay. Here we go. Muse.
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 Oh.
Yeah.
I always forget.
Muse.
Muse.
So amusing. So we will be amused by all the musings that people are.
Why don't you all go and muse on that word?
Inspired by the Greek goddesses. Give us some inspiration, everybody.
Take some time and muse on it.
Yeah.
See what you can come up with.
Yeah. Cool deal. Muse.
Cool.
Right.
Well, thanks everyone.
Thank you for another
another great screening.
Another break from our routines of actually this is a routine now, isn't it?
Yeah, is this a break or is this just it?
It's just it. This is it. This is the
This
real
it.
life, you know. Everyone take a break from minute movies for a while, and then we'll come back.
We'll come back in a month when you've had
Yeah,
a nice
muse on-
break from
muse
minute
on
movies.
that. All right.
Yeah. Well,
Find a muse.
good night, everyone.
Good
It was great to
night.
see all you filmmakers here. And hello to everyone who's watching, who we don't know is here,
Yeah, or even in the future.
or even in the future.
The replay. Yeah. Good night.
Right. Good night.
Crazy's big. Big crazy.